Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. Nope, this is a podcast. Welcome back to my podcast. Welcome back to Sheconomy Podcast. I used to make lots of podcasts before I started posting blogs and long form videos. But I think this is the best time to record podcast again because what's going around our world, it's very hard for humans to stay quiet, and it's in the generation of texting and writing our opinions. I thought maybe it's better to speak it out speak it out rather than writing it down, because as I'm not very big texter and lots of things is going inside my mind, and I think a lot of us are going through that same thing. So I thought that it's the best time to start doing podcast again, and maybe we will find a way to have a discussion and maybe shed lights around what's going on. And I'm talking like this because I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know why. Also, I'm recording this at night when everyone is sleeping around me. So maybe I should keep my voice a little bit low. And I hope that this is helpful and I'm not wasting anyone's time. So, first I will say that our generation, or the year we live in, it's where we are not even allowed to talk or say the names of the things which are actually happening, and that's so sad. Because why can't we say or talk about wars, genocide, or the parties involved in it openly? And why all the social medias or apps or technology which was invented in the name of freedom is suppressing us so much? So I hope this podcast doesn't get banned or restricted. So now I'm in my Instagram. I'm just looking through some posts so I can share my thoughts on this. So let me read a post by so many people's. Should I say their name? I don't know. Okay, but just let me read this to you. Wars do not liberate women. In wars, women only suffer. Killed, raped, starved, endure periods while protecting children's fetuses or breastfeeding newborns. Liberating women by launching a war is a lie, invented by the West to impose its power. Every time they want to bomb a country and start a bloody war, they suddenly become liberators of women and guardian angel for freeing people from oppression. At the same time, they kill children in schools and bomb hospitals. The world is a filthy for accepting all this. Let's be honest, all the governments, I don't know, okay, they they do nothing at this point. I realize they do nothing for their own civilians. They have so much evil plan of power and money, greed, that they are willing to sacrifice thousands of people, not even thousands, like millions of people, just to get what they want. And at the end of the day, we people, the normal civilians, suffers in this situation. Like, I can't even say the names because I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared too, but if I start talking about it, you will know what I'm talking about. Thousands of armies are going all over the world to fight a war they're not even part of. I come from a place, or I come from a religion where self defense or starting a war requires so much oppression and so much boundary limit crossing that it should be the last resort to do it. And nowadays, people just go on a war just by thinking they might attack. What kind of thought is that? Is this a child game? Is our life meaningless? Of course it is meaningless to them because they don't see us as properties. They don't see us as humans. They only see us as properties or pawn in their game. I, as a empathetic person, I feel so sad that I don't want to live in this world anymore. I feel for all the civilians around the world, even the soldier who has no choice but to do what they're told to do. The soldiers who has nothing to do with them and they're dying. The kids who has nothing to do with that and being killed. I will urge all the military or the soldiers or the police officer, people in uniform to reunite, because do you really want to be a pawn in someone else's game? Are you comfortable killing kids? How can you sleep with yourself after all of that? Think about your parents, your kids, your family. And it's just so sad because I have been seeing war over so many countries, so many places, that I wonder sometimes that what they're getting out of this. Why we're still, as a people, normal people, ordinary people, civilians, not understanding that if we don't hold our people accountable, if we don't hold our government accountable, we all are gonna be part of their game and we are gonna be dead at the end of the day. And even if we all don't die, we will still suffer the loss of people we loved once. And bombing a country on the other side of the globe wouldn't make the Epstein files go away. Mainstream media is now normalizing pedophilia. And at this point, I I'm honestly started thinking maybe they just want to kill kids because the only people who most suffering in this situation are kids. Whatever is happening around the world is not normal. It's not normal. We have been going in this war, like everyone is saying right now that World War III is about to start, but it's actually happening for years. People are suffering like this for years. Just because some people, or me including, are not suffering doesn't mean that the world is not going on. Ask the people of Palestine, ask the people of Sudan and Ugran Chinese or Afghanistan, like ask them. Some people feel that war is going for centuries, and we have solution for all this, but the people in power, the people with money, are just choosing not to do that, and the people who says the truth suffer the consequences, and people who don't speak the truth, they're also facing the consequences of their systems. And as a people, as a person living in this generation, adulting through life, it's so hard, especially for the people who come for a very troubling history. It feels like we have been suffering throughout our life. The time which should be the best years of my life, the time where I should have everything. I should have a career, person I love, friends, relationship, memories. I feel like dying because of the world, those things happening in the world. And it's so sad. So sad. It's so hard to wake up and go for work or study or sit peacefully. My mind is constantly thinking about what will happen to every one of us. How will we save ourselves? How are we gonna fight this? right and wrong is so easy to choose right now because we see who is the wrong in this. But they made the system so suffocating, so trapping, then we can't. But I come from a religion which doesn't let me give up. So I will not give up no matter what. If I can't, someone else will. This generation can't, next generation will. There always gonna be Gen Z, a generation which took stand, which is willing to die for the right cause, that we are so afraid to be in the wrong side of the history. So kudos to all the people who are fighting this war every day. Kudos to everyone who is willing to leave their comfort zone, comfortable place to fight someone else for someone else. And the generation which was called the laziest, the most idiotic generation, is showing everyone that we were different, we were weird, not because that is a wrong thing. That's because we saw through the system, we saw through the cracks, we saw through the mask. And history will remember that. And of course, the people in power, they always keep forgetting that they didn't create the universe. There is someone higher than them. All the powers, all the money, who created this whole world, who can take it back in a second, and they wouldn't even know it. There have been the tribe, the group of Pharaoh, and much more tyrants before them. And now, nobody remembers a single person of them. So, be careful what you ask for, because there is a God who is watching everything, hearing everything, your plans, your secrets. And the moment you think that you got away with it, is the moment it's gonna strike you back. And you think you're the most cunning, evil person of the whole world. You think that nobody can tame you down. But remember, the scariest thing is not when God punishes people. The scariest thing is when He doesn't. When He keeps watching, keeps listening, and giving you chances to ask for forgiveness, to change, to find your straight path. But the moment He cuts that off, you're gonna regret. And no matter how much you beg, it's not gonna come back to you. You will hear the screams of the people you killed, the screams of the suffering of children, the innocents who had nothing to do with this game. So be careful and be merciful to people around you. Because if you can't be merciful to other people, why would God be merciful to you? And with that, I'm gonna end this podcast. I hope you like this, and maybe I will try to make them a series, and I will come back next week. With that, I'm gonna end this video. Everyone, stay safe, stay blessed, always go back to God, and fi amanillah.